Well, I think there is a scale of how much trauma and anxiety and fear people have about the concept of public speaking. I personally think it goes from 1 to 10. If you're at number 1, you have no fear at all, you really enjoy it, and you really look forward to it. If you're at number 5, well, there's some anxiety, well, sometimes quite a lot of anxiety, but you get over it and you do a good job. And eventually, looking back on that particular performance, you probably enjoyed it. But if you're at number 10, you're absolutely horrified by public speaking. You can barely do it. You're absolutely torn up by anxiety and nerves. And frankly, you don't want to do it at all.
Yes, I would say that my sweet spot for treating clients is anywhere from 7 to 10. So anything from moderate to quite severe phobia and anxiety, where somebody literally will hide under the desk. They will basically keep their career small because the fear is so overwhelming that they just can't do it. And unfortunately, this fear is not a rational thing at all. So people feel awful and they beat themselves up and they try and think positive. But when you have a serious problem like that, it's a nervous system condition.
And Graham, what's your end of the people that you help on the trauma scale?
I specialize in people that are at the level of 1 to 4. Perhaps somebody who has done quite a lot of public speaking or presenting online, is reasonably comfortable with it, but actually knows that there are a few gaps in their armory which get in the way of them getting to the top of their profession or their company. They've already provided the furniture, but I will put on the French polish.
Oh, I love that. You put on your pinny too?
I don't normally dress up on camera, except if the fee is very high indeed.
And I'm sure you're used to that. Thank you very much for that, Graham. And I look after people, or I help people create content who are probably on the public speaking trauma scale between 4 and 7 out of 10 in terms of, I hate public speaking. Now, the tips that I give, funnily enough, are more suited to people that need to show up in meetings. It's not necessarily a keynote speech that we might be focusing on. It might be say a few words, running an event, hosting something.
If I have an inquiry and I've been able to fix their anxiety, then I can refer them on to either of you two for help with specific presentation skills. Because once the anxiety has been reduced, they'll be able to take on the technical coaching that you also need to really excel at public speaking.
So there you have it, 3 very different approaches to public speaking on the public speaking trauma Richter scale.